Alright guys, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to teach you my original cups and balls routine. But before we jump into the tutorial, I want to perform it one time for you so that you know what you're signing up for and what you're able to learn in this video and how it basically looks. So what I'm going to teach you is first off how to make a ball vanish into thin air and then reappear underneath its cup. Second thing I'm going to teach you is how to make a solid object penetrate through another solid object. In this case, the ball penetrating through the cup, which goes just like this. So the third and final thing I'm going to teach you today is actually one of my favorite parts in the cups and balls routine, because it's the part when a magician places one ball underneath each cup and then snaps his fingers and every single ball jumped to one cup, in this case the middle cup. But that's not even my favorite part about this routine yet. No, the favorite part is this one, where suddenly a big red ball appears out of nowhere under the middle cup. So let's jump right into the tutorial, and I'm going to teach you how to do this routine and how to amaze your spectators. Alright, so this is going to be an in-depth tutorial about the cups and balls. So let's first start off by talking about props and what you need to perform the cups and balls and what you don't need. So to perform my routine, you need 4 balls. I chose to use these small red balls, but if you don't have balls like this that are like professional manufactured, you could also get creative and use something like this, which is just a paper that I crumbled together. It's totally fine, you can use this for the beginning if you don't want to spend any money on it. Or otherwise you could use balls like this, for example, or whatever you use, you want, so use your imagination. And what you always also need for this routine is a big red ball. I used a sponge ball, but the most important thing is that it looks a little bit more impressive than these little normal balls, because it's for the grande finale, so it has to look great. So let's talk about the cups. I use some aluminum finished cups, which look like this. I bought them for about, I don't know, 20 bucks or so. But if you don't want to use these, because you don't want to spend money, which is totally fine, you could also use something lying around at your home. For example, I found these plastic cups, or you could use those classical red party cups, which are just plastic cups. They are perfectly fine too. What you don't want to use is something that you can look through, like a glass or like invisible plastic cups, these where you can look through. I'm going to use glasses for the tutorial purposes now, because then you can really see where the balls are currently at during the tutorial, so I think it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to understand the routine. But please don't use these in your real performance. What you could also use is something like this, which is just an aluminum bowl, or like this, which is just a teapot. So yeah, really get creative in your props. You don't have to buy anything. Mostly you will have the things at home that you need or that you could use. So yeah, get creative and use the props that you already have, so you don't have to buy a new one necessarily. Alright, let's talk about sleight of hand. So now I'm going to teach you the basic sleights you need to know to perform this routine. So there are basically only 2 simple sleights you need to know, which is not much. The rest is done by misdirection in this routine. So it's quite easy even for beginners to learn this routine and to get those sleights down. More advanced magicians will probably already know these sleights, but I'm going to show them to you now anyways. So the first sleight you want to get to learn is called the French drop and looks something like this. You place the ball into your hand and then vanish it into thin air. This is also oftentimes used in coin magic, and it works something like this. You place a ball between your middle finger and your thumb and hold it like this. And when you're going to come over with your hand to grab it, you lift your thumb so it falls into your palm. What you want to do when practicing this is first off practicing to grab the ball regularly, because that's what you want it to look in the end. And then you're going to lift your thumb and pretend to grab it, and it will look something like this. What you can also then do to make the effect stronger, that the spectator really thinks you grab the ball, is by using the hand where the ball actually is in to point at the hand that you pretended to put the ball in, which will misdirect the spectator to think it is really in this hand. It's something like a convincer that it can impossibly be in this hand. So you point at it and then you make it vanish into thin air. So that's the French drop and the first slide you need to know. The second slide has to do with the cup. I will use, as I explained, glass cups for this, so you can follow more easily. So what you want to know is when you French dropped, which I will explain later in the routine, you want to be able to lift the cup with your hand where your finger is already curled in like this still, to lift it up and then drop it underneath the cup, like this. So what you want to do therefore is grab the cup with your two fingers and then rotate the ball underneath it while putting it down. So that's basically it. Practice it a little bit so it looks kind of natural. So you can also practice just lifting the cup and putting it down, and then you practice it lifting the cup and putting it down, and while placing a ball underneath it. So yeah, really practice these two slides so they look convincing, so your spectators won't expect anything fishy going on while you perform the slide, so it looks kind of natural, just like that. And yeah, let's talk about the routine itself. So first off, we want to start with your preparation for your routine. This part, you want to do this when nobody is looking in another room, or yeah, something like this. You want to take your big ball and place it into your on your legs, basically. When you're sitting down and have a table where they can't see over the table end like this, you want to place the ball on your legs. So it's not a really good trick to perform standing. What you can do when you're standing, simply place the ball into your jacket pocket or into your pocket of your trousers. Yeah, place that on your legs. And also the fourth ball, you want to already have palmed in your right or your left hand. Well, that decides on either if you're left or right-handed. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to take it in my left hand, but you can also reverse it if you want to. So what you're going to do then is have a setup like this. I use the setup to convince the people that my cups, which usually would look like this, are empty and there's nothing hidden in the bottom, no mirrors or something. So that's why I'm placing my cups like this and not like this. Alright, so they can see, well, they are empty and there are only 3 balls and there's nothing fishy going on, while you actually palm this ball in the finger palm. So then, you want to start off by telling a story, telling something magical, telling something about how you got the magic power to vanish these red balls, or how these cups are galaxies which some things can travel through, or really get creative. Tell a story, tell a convincing story to your spectator which will let them think about, wow, this could really be, or actually, well, this is not possible, but how did he do it? Right? You know, just tell them a story. Don't do it silent, because they will start to look on your fingers really exactly. Just misdirect them by telling something. Just, I don't know, come up with a story before you do this trick, and yeah, just tell it to your spectator. So what I'm going to do then is start off my story, and in the first action I'm actually doing, I'm already performing a slide. So the spectator won't suspect that at all, but I'm taking the cups and pushing and like standing them up like this, And while I do this, I already, if you're right-handed, well then do it this way, but I'm already performing a slide. I'm going to place that extra ball that I have underneath the middle cup. Alright? So stand them up like this, and they won't suspect a thing. They won't think that there's anything fishy going on. You just showed them that these cups are empty. So yeah, stand them up like this and then tell them, alright, I'm going to now show you how to vanish a ball in a magic way and then make it teleport back underneath its cup. Or tell them, yeah, I can make that ball vanish into another galaxy and only this cup can bring it back, or something like that, whatever you like. So yeah, perform the slide, the French drop that we practiced, perform it, and then make the ball vanish any way you like. You can also do something like this, or I like to just pretend to throw it, but it's actually gone. And then you're going to point on the cup, or make a magical gesture, or snap, or whatever you like, and then the ball magically appeared underneath the middle cup. How you want to present that is by lifting it up and then performing another slide, because the ball you just palmed away from the French drop, you still have that in your hand, and you want to show that and actually reload the cup with the same ball that you took. So you always reload when unloading, basically. So you unload this ball, show to the spectator, which is called misdirection. You misdirect your spectator into thinking, well, how did this ball get there? And while you're doing so, you're actually placing the next ball, which they won't expect at all. So you have the same setup as before, and your first trick is done. So what you want to do next is basically make a ball move through a solid object, in this case a cup. So what you want to do is place the middle ball again on the cup, take your right or your left cup, either way, and place it onto it. What you want to do then is make even a magic spell or tap on it or snap, whatever you like, and then you lift up both cups and show that it has passed through the first cup. So at least to the spectator it will look like it has passed through the cup, and that's impossible. So yeah, what you want to do then is turn over your cups, take off the first one, turn it over, take the second one, turn it over, so that they don't see that there's still a ball inside, right? So you want to turn it like this and still have your extra ball in the middle cup. Alright? So really important, let's talk that over again. Ball penetrating through glass, just like this, snap, boom, it teleported, misdirection, show them the ball, and then turn over these two cups onto your table. So the final thing you want to do is make all three balls jump into the middle cup. So for that you first place them onto their cups and then pretend to grab them. So basically you're going to use one hand, take it like this, then do a French drop, again as we practice, so they think the ball is in this hand but it's actually here. Do a French drop and then pretend to put the ball that is not existing underneath the first cup, but you still have it here. Take your second ball, so you have two balls in your hand now, and actually place it underneath the cup, but don't only place that ball, but the first one you grabbed as well. So you have now three balls underneath this cup. What you then want to do is pretty simple. Take the last ball, make a French drop again, or any vanish you like. So place it in your hand, pretend to put it underneath the cup so it looks real for the spectator. And this part you really want to practice as well, to pretend to put it underneath the cup. For that, just put it a couple times under the cup real, and then just pretend to put it underneath the cup. And then with this extra ball, you want to just drop it behind your, drop it behind your table or on your lap, on your legs, wherever you want. Just drop it and it will be gone from sight. No one will ever think that you even had a fourth ball. So that ball is gone. While you drop that, always keep talking. Say, now I will make these two outer balls jump into the middle one, or make something fitting into your story. While you do that, grab your extra red big ball or bigger paper stack or whatever, grab it from your lap, place it in the finger palm as the other balls before, and then just show off that these two balls have magically vanished and reappeared underneath this cup. So you see how I'm grabbing the cup with the hand that I've curled in the ball, just so that I can place it again underneath, so that I can place it again underneath that cup secretly, while they're astonished that there are three balls. So then you say, well, that was not the best part. The best part is actually this. Then you snap and grande finale, you show off the big red ball that has appeared from nowhere, that impossibly could be there, and you show it off, and it is there. And then, yeah, you enjoy your applaud and the amazed spectators that you will have. So yeah, that's basically my cups and balls routine. So as a little bonus, I want to teach you how to make a cup go right through another cup, which is, I think, a really funny side effect which you can do just by the way during the trick, before or after the trick. Just plop it right through the other cup. I think that's really a neat, funny thing. So what you want to do is hold your cup with these two fingers, but not too tight, because otherwise nothing will happen. Hold it lightly so it can drop, and then just drop your second cup into it with a little bit of force, so it pushes the first one out and just is in your hands like this. Then it will look like the cup has passed through the cup. I think that's kind of neat, and that's a little bonus trick I want to give you. And yeah, now have fun with the routine, really practice it before you go out there and perform it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's it.
Alright, so that was my original cups and balls routine in-depth tutorial. As always, I put a lot of time and effort into making this video, so I would really appreciate if you would leave a thumbs up or recommend this video to one of your friends. And yeah, that's basically it. Check out one of my other videos as well if you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I see you in the next one.